Anambra Governor Soludo bans loud preaching in markets, imposes 500,000 naira fine, begins crackdown on fake pastors and prophets. Well, that's a good thing. And that preaching in marketplaces is really not really fair, because I don't understand why you'd carry speaker early in the morning. You say you're preaching to God. It's okay if you want to preach to God, but you should be considerate of other people. What if traditionalists too decides to carry speaker and start preaching that, oh, come and give your life to Ifa? Or if Muslims too also carry speaker early in the morning, going around marketplaces and all this place and say, oh, give your life to Allah. And let us be considerate of other people. And it's really, really common with us Christians. Too much, really. Can go to church, can go to market, share tracts. You don't have to carry speakers and start disturbing people. Really, if everybody decides to start doing that, it will cause fights, it will cause war. Imagine traditionalists trying to also preach to you, imposing their religion on you. No, let everybody do what they want. You don't have, even if you want to preach to people, give them tracts. If they collect it, fine. If they don't collect it, move on to the next person. You don't have to start shouting, oh, come and give your life to Christ. Some will enter inside the bus and start disturbing people, especially it's just like those people that are selling drugs to inside cars, inside bus. It doesn't really go down well with me, because you don't know if I'm having a headache. You don't come, you don't want to be shouting in my head. Maybe I just want to enter inside the bus, relax my head and sleep. You now come, you start preaching, you start doing this. It's really not fair. If everybody does that, this country don't go contain any of us. So it's really good that it's cracking down on them. And if you are caught, you pay 500,000 naira. You don't say they've not told you. You don't say, oh no, I must win soul for Christ. And it's Christ that, well, you go jail. Oh, God will not come down and pay any money for you. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has read the Riot Act to roadside preachers who invade markets with blaring loudspeakers. And the speakers are always loud, very, very loud. No, it's not fair. Let us be thinking of other people when we are doing something. Let's think of, what if I was the one that is in this market, now somebody now carry speaker and start shouting on my head and saying they are preaching to God? How would you feel? Let us always put ourselves in other people's shoes. Really, some people, they'll be doing video. You don't have to use speaker to do your video. I'm a Christian too, but really we have to be considerate of other people. You can it's in the midnight, there will be no noise, so you can actually pray and sing without speakers. You don't have to, even if you want to use a speaker, you can reduce it to like the minute volume, so that people would not hear your voice. You wouldn't disturb other people. You are disturbing other people. You say you are praying. It's not fair. God is not a wicked God, and God is not a God that inconveniences other people. You can't do that to people and expect that, oh, you are praying to God. Some will even go as far and start saying, no, these people in this house, they don't want us to pray. They will not increase their volume the more. It's not fair. That's not Christian like. It's really not a good thing. So if Charles Soludo is doing that, it's very good. I support it. Disrupting businesses' activities and causing what he described as unbearable noise pollution. In a move that has caused reactions across the state, the governor announced a total ban on loud preaching in public spaces and warned that violators will be fined a hefty 500,000 naira. That money is much, so I hope that they will just pack their speaker now, bam, and go and keep it. Soludo, who has been vocal about restoring order in Anambra, made his stance crystal clear in a viral video that surfaced online on Saturday. The video captures the moment he confronted an unidentified street preacher at a popular market believed to be Onitsha or Chanja market, urging him to cease his activities immediately. If you want to preach the word of God, go to your church. Exactly. Go and preach in your church. Really. Go to church. If somebody passes by your church, comes inside, probably your preaching resonates with that person, the person will definitely come back. You win souls by the kind of the things that you preach in your church, by the kind of the things that you do in your church. Don't go and start carrying speaker up and down and say that you are winning souls for Christ. God has said, go into the world and preach the gospel. Yes, you can go into the world and preach the gospel, but you don't have to inconvenience other people while doing that. You don't have to. You can just go gently, walk up to somebody, one-on-one evangelism. You don't have to make noise. Go one-on-one evangelism. Probably today you can reach 5 souls. You've done something for God. Tomorrow you go again. You walk up to people and preach to them. or share tracts to them, not making noise and disturbing the peace of everybody. It's really not fair. It's not fair. The governor did not mince words as he addressed traders and passers-by, making it clear that the days of uncontrolled street evangelism were over. This is a marketplace, not a church. You cannot take over a public space and turn it into a place of worship, otherwise you will pay for it. You will pay 500,000 naira because you cannot allow this anymore, Soludo stated. He further advised the preacher to rent a private space or hold the services in a church where those who genuinely want to listen to him can do so. Yes, where those that genuinely want to listen to you, they will come there, they will listen. If you want to preach, go to a church. Those who want to listen will come to you. You cannot force people in the market to hear your message. Exactly, you cannot. It really does. Even me as a Christian, I don't like it. I do not. If you want to give me tracts, if I want to collect it, I'll collect it. I'm already a child of God. You cannot now. Do you know if the people in the market, they've given their lives to Christ, or if they're even more Christian than you yourself that you are preaching? So you don't have to carry speaker, megaphone, and start shouting and start disturbing people, saying that you are preaching the gospel. Fine, God has told us to preach the gospel, but even God himself, he will say that you'll be in the corner of your room. Even when you are praying, some people will start shouting. They want the whole neighborhood to know that yes, they are praying. You don't have to do like that. You can just pray in the corner of your room, and the God that sees in secret, he will hear you. He will hear what you have prayed about, and he's going to answer you. You don't have to inconvenience other people. You are doing video in the middle of the night, you still add your speaker again. I don't understand. You want the people in the house to do video. It's really not fair. So it really needs to be stopped. Now that they've put what is it called? Fine. Probably it will stop. Soludo, who has been pushing for environmental reforms in Anambra, also used the opportunity to take a swipe at what he called fake pastors and prophets who express religion while disregarding the welfare of the people. Well, I know that there are some fake prophets that you know that this one na fake. But I'll just leave judgment to God. I'll just blame their followers that still follows them up and down and say, okay, this is my pastor. I don't know if they are, I don't know, because it's not as if they brainwash them. So some pastors are brainwashing. Some pastors will probably use jazz on their members. I don't know, because we've heard and seen a lot of things. But really, if the person is a fake prophet and the members are still going there and still sitting down there to listen to his preaching, I don't know, maybe you just leave them alone, because I don't know how you want to clamp down on fake pastors and prophets. Though they are easily recognized, you would know that this person na fabu in the talk. So I don't know. He says you clamp down on fake prophets and pastors who express religion while disregarding the welfare of the people. We are cracking down on fake pastors and prophets in Anambra. We have banned loudspeakers in markets due to noise pollution, which is affecting people's eardrums. You cannot force people to listen to your preaching. It is true, you cannot force it. Even if you go and meet somebody one-on-one and the person says, I beg, I don't want to hear you, move on to the next person. You don't force people. If they now slap you, now say, oh, so don't force people to listen to you. Don't make noise, and that's really a good thing, and I think that it should be implemented all over the states. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.